So let's turn our Bibles to Psalm number 34. आज हम देखने वाला है भजन संगीता 34. Taste and see that the Lord is good. हिंदी में क्या लिखा है? हिंदी हेडिंग क्या लिखा? Read first 2-3 verses.
I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continuously be in my mouth. My soul makes its boast in the Lord. Let them humble here and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt His name together.
Read.
I sought the Lord, and He answered me, and delivered me from all my fears. Those who look to Him are redeemed, and their face shall never be ashamed. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him, and saved him out of all his troubles.
So thank you. Psalm 34 is one of the most beloved psalms in the Hebrew Bible, known for its themes of thanksgiving, deliverance, and divine protection. So Psalm number 31, 34 has three main themes in that. First one, thanksgiving. Second one, deliverance. Third one, divine protection. It is a Psalm of David, as we know in the heading you can see. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Psalm 34 of David, when he changed his behavior before Abimelech so that he drove him out and he went away. So when we read this heading, I hope you remember the story. क्या है इसका कहानी पीछे? Historical evidence here, the context is very open for us. You can easily understand in which chapter, where it happened. The psalm is both a personal testimony and a communal hymn of praise. So this psalm number 34 is a personal testimony, एक खुद का गवाही है, साथ ही साथ कम्युनिटी का एक आराधना या एक प्रार्थना के रूप में भी हम देख सकता है. Psalm 34 is attributed to David when he pretended to be insane before Abimelech. So सुबह मैंने शरण साहब ये पूछ रहा था, ये अबीमेलेक करके जो नाम है ये शायद एक राजा का पोजीशन का नाम होगा, क्योंकि जब हम जाकर पहला शमूएल चैप्टर 21 10-15 पढ़ के देखेंगे, वहां राजा का नाम अकीश फिलिस्ती राजा था, और राजा के सामने उन्होंने पागल की समान नाटक किया करके लिखा है. सो अबीमेलेक करके भी लिखा है. सो द वर्ड और द टाइटल अबीमेलेक में भी ऐसा पुराने नियम में फिरो करके नाम बहुत जगह पे आया है, ये एक राजा नहीं है. सो इन दैट सेम सेंस मे बी द नेम द टाइटल अबीमेलेक में refers to the title of a position. There are actually several men named Abimelech. The first name you can see in the book of Genesis. Genesis में एक अबीमेलेक है. कहाँ आता है अबीमेलेक? Then here you see then again the title Abimelech. So मैंने वहाँ वो PDF में एक शॉर्ट नोट लिया, लिंक, और पूरा अबीमेलेक करके टाइटल का नाम भी इधर डिटेल्स देता है. इसका सारांश मैंने बताया. The summary I have already told you now. Maybe the title belongs to a position of a king. So here, open 1 Samuel chapter 21. In front of whom David behaved like a mad fellow, और एक पागल इंसान की तरफ किया, नाटक किया था. कहाँ है? पहला शमूएल चैप्टर 21. So that is the context of this psalm. किससे भाग रहा था दाऊद उस समय? From whom David was कहाँ है? 21 का 12. And David took these words to heart and was much afraid of Achish, king of Gath. हमको पता है दाऊद ने आकर ये कहानी कहाँ से शुरू होकर के बताया था. डेविड will come to Ahimelech the priest and he will lie to him about the roti. जो पुरोहिती खाना था, पुरोहिती लेना था, वो रोटी के बारे में मुझे राजा ने भेजा है युद्ध करने के लिए करके बोलकर आकर वो रोटी भी लिया, और साथ ही साथ वर्स 8 21 का 8, देन डेविड सेड टू अहीमेलेक, देन हाव यू नॉट हियर ए स्पीयर और ए स्वॉर्ड, एक या क्या बोलता है, तलवार है करके पूछता है। उसके बाद गोलियत को मारा था, वो तलवार है करके बोलता है, वो लेकर जाकर गाद के राजा आकिश के सामने खुद को बचाने के लिए क्या करता है। सो वो बैकग्राउंड है भजन संगीता 34। This refers to the narrative in 1 Samuel chapter 21 10 to 15 when David fled from Saul and sought refuge in Gath, the Philistine city ruled by King Achish. Fearing for his life, David feared madness, leading Achish to dismiss him as harmless. This historical setting reflects a time of political instability and personal crisis. So when David was fleeing away, David was running here and there. It is also a personal issue and it is also an issue of a nation. So maybe that's why I told this is a personal prayer. At the same time, this is a communal prayer also. The mention of Abimelech instead of Achish in the superscription. So भजन संगीता 34 का हेडिंग में आकिश करके नहीं लिखा, अबीमेलेक करके लिखा, इसलिए हमको मैंने बोला मे बी द टाइटल बिलोंग्स टू ए पोजीशन, एक राजा का पोजीशन को दिखाने के लिए अबीमेलेक करके टाइटल होगा, क्योंकि बैकग्राउंड इज 1 शमूएल चैप्टर 21, वहां सीधा लिखा है किंग आकिश, गाद का राजा किंग आकिश के सामने। भजन संगीता 34 में लिखा है किसके सामने। So doubt clarify हो गया, why it is Abimelech, why it is Achish? Is there any doubt for anyone? आकिश राजा, गाद का राजा करके 1 शमूएल चैप्टर 21 में सीधा लिखा है, 21 का 12 होगा शायद। In Psalms number 34, you can see the heading. David, read that heading, then you will understand. Read that heading.
Of David when he changed his behavior before Abimelech.
Before Abimelech. And the context is that same incident or same context is there in 1 Samuel chapter 21. There you will not read the name Abimelech. You can read the name Gath, the king of Gath. His name is Achish. So what I was trying to say, maybe the title Abimelech referring to the position of any king. राजा का पोजीशन के लिए एक नाम होगा, टाइटल होगा, जैसा फिरो करके बहुत राजा था, समझ आया। एंड ये अबीमेलेक करके नाम बहुत जगह पे आया है। अब्राहम की कहानी में एक अबीमेलेक है नहीं, उसके बारे में भी ज्यादा डिटेल्स नहीं है। इधर भजन संगीता 34 का हेडिंग में भी एक अबीमेलेक है, बट दाऊद कहाँ पागल के समान ऐसा नाटक किया था गाद की राजा आकिश के सामने। इधर अबीमेलेक करके आया, मे बी वो लिंक मैंने दिया है इधर, ये अबीमेलेक में क्लिक किया तो साइड पे एक लिंक आ जाता है आपको, इसका डिटेल्स वहां दिया, उसका सारांश मैंने बताया। ये अबीमेलेक करके नाम एक पोजीशन के लिए एक टाइटल होगा। पोजीशन मतलब राजा लोगों का पोजीशन के लिए एक टाइटल होगा। As you click, it will directly open the web page. Who was Abimelech in the Bible? हाँ? होगा। One more Abimelech name is there in 1 Chronicle chapter 18 का 16. If that is clear, we will go to the next section, literary structure and form. That is clear? क्यों सेम इंसिडेंट के जगह पर दो नाम आया है? मे भी एग्जाम में ऐसा एक सवाल आएगा, why Psalm 34 speaks about 34's heading?
So he was away from the king.
Which king? Saul. He was flying. He was running away from King Saul. That time, after running into a lot of places, he reached to high priest Ahimelech. Then he made some, he lied to him, and all this story comes. And he was in search of a sword, and the priest said, I have that sword you used to kill Goliath. He took that and he went to King Achish. In order to protect himself, he acted like he is pagal mad. That is the context. Clear? But here in Psalm number 34, the heading Abimelech, but original name is King Gath ka Raja, King of Gath, Philistine, Achish, not Ashish. Achish. So verses 1 to 10, a personal hymn of thanksgiving and praise. वचन 1 से लेकर 10 तक वचन 1 से लेकर 10 तक personal hymn of thanksgiving and praise. 11 to 12, a didactic section offering moral and spiritual instruction. So verses 11 to 12, you can see there are many instruction how we should live a holy life. What all the instruction we need in our spiritual life, that is there in verses 11 to 12. Clear? So only two section, two division, verses 1 to 10, hymn of praise and thanksgiving. 11 to 12, a didactic section which is suitable for teaching about spiritual life and instruction regarding spiritual life. Clear? Now read Psalm number 34 verses 1 to 3. With heading you have to read.
Taste and see that the Lord is good. Of David, when he changed his behavior before Abimelech, so that he drove him out and he went away. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul makes its boast in the Lord. Let the humble hear and be glad. Oh,
Yeah, enough. Theological themes, point number 1, divine deliverance. From the context itself, it is very clear. दाऊद को कहां से खुद को किसी ने बचाया? Who? So he is not taking that credit by himself. मैंने ही किया, मुझे मेरी द्वारा ही हुआ करके नहीं बोल रहा है. वो परमेश्वर को धन्यवाद कर रहा है ऐसा वाला एक मुसीबत से मुझको. So he is giving thanks to God for protecting him, delivering him from that context. Then fear of the Lord. 9 to 11 you can see. 9 to 11, fear of the Lord. Then the righteous and the wicked. धर्मी व्यक्ति और बुरा व्यक्ति के बारे में लिखा है. Then point number 4, the goodness of God, that is taste and see that the Lord is good करके लिखा है. And unless we fall into a situation where you can taste and see the Lord is good, you will not experience the goodness of God. So point number 4, the goodness of God. हमारा प्रत्याशा दिवस में ज्यादातर भजन संगीत 34 से प्रचार होता है. आप लोग नोटिस किया नहीं मुझे पता नहीं. भजन संगीत 34 से प्रचार होता है ज्यादा. हुआ है अभी तक. हमारा सजीसार है, हर समय उनको प्रचार का मौका दिया तो भजन संगीत 34 देता है. सजीसार को पता नहीं है. हाय लिटरेरी एंड कैनोनिकल कॉन्टेक्स्ट. ऊपर वाला थीम्स लिखा. Psalm 34 belongs to book 1 of the Psalter, Psalm number 1, Psalms 1 to 41, which is predominantly Davidic. Within its collection, it stands out for its acrostic form and its combination of thanksgiving and wisdom. So this psalm has a speciality when we compare with other psalms. It is not thanksgiving, petition and words of hope. It is thanks. It starts with thanksgiving and it ends with wisdom sayings. बाकी भजन संगीत में कैसा था? रोते हुए शुरू करता है, थोड़ा एक्सप्लेनेशन होगा, उसके बाद धन्यवाद से शुरू करते थे, अंत करते थे। इधर धन्यवाद से शुरू किया, बुद्धि के वचन से अंत किया। So there is a slight difference when you compare with other 33 psalms. बाकी 33 psalms से कंपेयर करके देखा तो इसका स्पेशलिटी क्या है? So if I ask in the exam, what is the speciality of psalm number 34 when you compare with psalm number 30 till 33? What is the speciality? It starts with thanksgiving, ends with wisdom saying. It ends with wisdom saying. Or you can say Psalm number 34 has a close connection with the first 5 books of Old Testament: Torah, laws, instruction, rules, नियम. So भजन संहिता 34 पढ़ने के समय पहला 5 किताबें जैसे नियमों के बारे में बताया. So in first 5 books it explains about rules and regulations. Psalm number 34 second part also has the same tuning. It has the rules and regulations how we should lead a spiritual life. All these things when you write exam you can, and when you preach to give a deep instruction, deep details about this psalm, you can say it has a connection. Then the people will understand this fellow has read this psalm before preaching. Not only reading, and he read and he compared with other things, and he is saying Psalm number 34 second part is almost just like the first 5 books of Old Testament. How it is related? So Psalm number 34 second part speaks about what? Instruction, wisdom saying, rules. कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है गधे के सामने फ्लूट लेकर खड़ा हूं. ऐसा लगा कभी? लगा आपको? और ऐसा आपको लगा गधे के सामने मैं बैठा हूं? बताओ. Just now I told the second 2 divisions in Psalm number 34. First one thanksgiving, second part. Huh? In other words, or how it related to the first 5 books of Old Testament? What is the title we have for the first 5 books of Old Testament? Law, the books of law, instruction. So in that sense, this second part is connected with first 5 books of Torah, Old Testament. फिर भी लगता है वही सेम बात है. एक डाउट था, जैसे आप लोग सुनते हैं ना, मन के अंदर थिंकिंग प्रोसेस होता है नहीं होता है, और सिर्फ आवाज आ रहे सुन रहे. For example, I said the second part of Psalm number 34 has connection with first 5 books of Old Testament. मन के अंदर सोच ऐसा चल रहा है क्या, इसका सेकंड पार्ट ऐसा जाकर इधर का है क्योंकि इसका टाइटल है, ऐसा सोच मन के अंदर आ रहा है, या दोपहर को 1 बजे क्या खाना मिलेगा, ये क्लास कब खत्म होगा, वो वाला सोच में बैठा है. ऐसा तो एक रेमेडी मेरे पास है. देयर इज वन ऑप्शन. वो कल से लेकर, अभी मुझे उत्तर नहीं दिया था, कल से लेकर वो इलाज में लेके आऊंगा, बिकॉज देयर इज नो कॉम्प्रोमाइज. फॉर माई क्लास वो इलाज में लेके आऊंगा. सो लिंग्विस्टिक एंड पोएटिकल एनालिसिस. सो इन दिस साम वी कैन सी द वर्ड सीक एंड फियर repeatedly. Seek, fear repeatedly. Isn't it? The Hebrew text of Psalm 34 exhibit rich poetical artistry. The use of parallelism, a hallmark of Hebrew poetry, enhances the psalm's rhythm and meaning. Synonymous parallelism reinforces key ideas such as in verse 1, I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. So both sentences have the same meaning. I will bless the Lord at all times. मैं हमेशा परमेश्वर को, हिंदी में क्या लिखा?
हर समय यहोवा को धन्य कहा करूंगा।
और दो डॉट आया सेमीकोलन, देन हिज प्रेज शैल कंटिन्यूअली बी इन माय माउथ। दोनों का मीनिंग क्या है? दोनों मीनिंग क्या है? हमेशा धन्यवाद करना, उनकी स्तुति हमेशा मेरे मुंह पे, इसके क्या बोलते हैं हम? पैरेललिज्म। बोथ हैव सेम मीनिंग बट इन डिफरेंट वर्डिंग। Then the psalm vocabulary reflect both personal piety and communal worship. Terms such as bless, praise, seek and fear convey relational intimacy with God. So ये जो wordings है, जो text है, bless, praise, seek and fear, परमेश्वर से दाऊद का deep relation को हमको दिखाता है। The repeated use of divine titles, the Lord, Yahweh, the angel of the Lord, underscores God's active presence and protection. परमेश्वर हमेशा हमको मदद करता है, प्रोटेक्ट करता है, ये दिखाने के लिए दो शब्दों को और यूज किया, द लॉर्ड, याहवे और द एंजल ऑफ द लॉर्ड, इस वचन में ज्यादातर उपयोग किया है। ये हमको क्या दर्शाता है? He is always with us to protect. Who? Imagery plays a vital role in conveying theological truth. The metaphor of tasting. इधर एक मेटाफोर यूज किया है, टेस्टिंग। हाउ यू कैन टेस्ट गॉड? टेस्टिंग मतलब क्या है? क्या है टेस्टिंग का मतलब? कुछ खाया तो उसका टेस्ट पता चला। इधर किसको खाने के लिए बोल रहे हैं? किसको खाने के लिए बोल रहे हैं? आशीष, किसको गाना है इस भजन संगीत का आंसर? अगर सच में इस भजन संगीत लेकर, हर एक वचन लेकर हम बोलते हैं ना, हम जगत की ज्योति है, हम क्या है? ऐसा पूछ के प्रचार करते हैं ना, हम जगत की, ऐसा इस भजन संगीत से प्रचार किया। वहां क्या लिखा है? किसको चख के देखना है? सच में क्या करना पड़ेगा? इसका आत्मीय रूप से, यार इसका मतलब क्या होगा? व्हाट विल बी द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस वर्स? It shows the personal intimacy, the relationship that David has with God. मतलब हर एक मुसीबत में उन्होंने किसका डिलीवरेंस का टेस्ट एक्सपीरियंस किया था, वो इतना गहरा है करके बताने के लिए भजन संगीतकार सामिश says, taste and see that the Lord is good. He has the experience. That's what he's saying. समझ आया? So that is a metaphor that used in this psalm. The role of the superscription I already told. When it says about Abimelech, maybe और राजा का नाम अबीमेलेक दूसरा नाम होगा, नहीं तो राजा का पोजीशन का एक नाम होगा अबीमेलेक. And the clear cut information that is there in 1 Samuel chapter 21 is king of Gath. His name is Achish. The ethical dimension, it speaks about the behavior that we should maintain in our life, which means a spiritual life and instruction to lead a spiritual life. That is there in the second part of Psalm number 34. So first part is thanksgiving, second part instruction, moral instruction. So in ethical, what is meant by ethics? Greek word ethos, which means rules and regulations, instruction. Again, it is connected to the second part of Psalm number 34. So it teaches that we should fear the Lord. How we should fear the Lord? How? How we should fear the Lord? How this word fear fit into our spiritual life? For example, in night if you see something, कैसे fear डर जाता है? कैसे डर जाता है?
कि हम अगर उनसे नहीं डरेंगे तो सर हमारा रिश्ता उनसे दूर हो जाएंगे.
That is one point. But fear के बारे में बताने के समय हम एक बार किसी चीज से डरा तो हम वहां जाएगा वापस? ऐसे तो परमेश्वर से डरो करके बोला, हम वापस कैसे जा सकता है? The way we respect, the way we follow rules. अगर मैंने ये नहीं किया तो वो मुझे क्या करेगा? That should be our fear. If I am not doing this, he will punish me. It doesn't mean fear and go away. चिल्लाकर फिर वहां मत आना. So, with all respect, with all humbleness, we have to live according to the instruction of God. The experience of suffering and deliverance. So here the psalmist has and how the David is going through a type of an he is going through a context where he is afraid of whom? Nay, in other context, because of whom he is running here and there. Saul, he want to save his life from Saul, and he came to a king Achish, and he want to protect his life. Then he is praying to God, and God delivered him from that big trouble, and is giving thanks. So he went through an experience of suffering and deliverance. So the recurring motif in Psalm number 34 is the tension between suffering and deliverance. Who is going through this situation? David. The psalm acknowledges that the righteous experience affliction, yet it affirms that God's deliverance is certain. The psalm is testimony of deliverance. So I have already told this psalm is a psalm of testimony, personal testimony of King David. And the context is very clear in the heading, but there is a small doubt. Who is this Abimelech and who is Achish? So you have to go and read Psalm number, 1 Samuel chapter 21. And you have got the explanation about the title Abimelech. Who is he and how this title Abimelech came only in Psalm 34. How it came there. It may be the position of a king or maybe गात का राजा आकिश का नाम ही होगा. समझ आया? पक्का? Liturgical and communal use. Psalm number 34 likely held a prominent place in Israel worship life. Its acrostic structure and didactic tune suggest use of communal gathering. So for Israel people or Jewish people, they used to take this psalm when they gathered together as a community, because it starts with thanksgiving. It also has a preaching in it. Preaching means instruction, how we should live. So in Jewish context, in the context of Israel people, when they used to sing this psalm, whenever they used to gather as a community. Why? It starts with, it ends with, ends with. In Jewish tradition, Psalm 34 recited during time of gratitude and deliverance. So 2 points you have to keep in mind. First one, community gathering. Second one, ग्रैटिट्यूड एंड डिलीवरेंस. कुछ चीजों से परमेश्वर इन लोगों को बचाया, तब धन्यवाद देने के लिए भी इस भजन संगीत को यूज करते थे. थर्ड पॉइंट, they used to sing this psalm whenever they used to gather and whenever they used to instruct them for a community life, for ethical life. समाज में कैसा चाल चलन होना है इसके बारे में बताने के लिए भी भजन संगीत 34 को उपयोग करते थे. इज इट क्लियर? द मैसेज ऑफ साम फॉर कंटेम्पररी फेथ. आज के लिए एप्लीकेशन इस भजन संगीत का क्या होगा? हु कैन टेल? आई थिंक आई हैव टोल्ड यू फ्रॉम साम नंबर 30 देयर शुड बी ए प्लेस फॉर एप्लीकेशन इन योर शॉर्ट नोट. सेपरेट हेडिंग एप्लीकेशन बोला था, याद है ना? So how you will give an application? What application you will give for Psalm number 34? For me, if you ask, I can give I will give 1 point. It doesn't mean when परमेश्वर हमको बचाया होगा, it doesn't mean everything is clear. After that also we have to follow the rules and regulations. So this Psalm speaks to us. Even after the deliverance, there are rules and regulations that I should keep in my mind. Because the psalm says that I should fear God. So what application you will give?
So we can see whenever we are facing many problems, we are not God, and we are going to front of it and we are saying God please help me.
Sir, care for righteousness and judgment for the wicked.
Okay. Then
We should fear of the Lord.
we should fear the Lord. Fear in which sense?
Obeying.
Any other? Shambhu Devta. Application for Psalm number 34. Did you understand today's class? Then give an application. Just imagine you are preaching.
we should also test.
We should also test. In which sense you are speaking about test and see the Lord?
When we go through tension,
Tensions, problems,
then we
that time we,
should experience.
how we will experience. So when you give the application, it should give the clarity also. For example, you have Praveen said, fear the Lord. Fear in which sense? And from the Psalm, David was afraid of whom? And he is saying, fear the Lord. In which sense? You have to give the explanation. So what will be the application? During the time of our difficulties, do not think everything is done. If you pray, God will deliver you. Then it should continue with the word of thanksgiving. And this psalm says that it is not the ending. Thanksgiving is not the ending. It also has some rules and regulations for our spiritual life. And the context of David is fleeing away from King Saul, ended up in a big trouble, and God delivered him, and he is instructing to us, fear the Lord, obey him, then you will get all that you are in need. Click. Any other doubt?
So